A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rebels ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
To the air, it's Aller. Calls it in. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Special teams proving to be special. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
Yeah, and you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Get it out on the screen. He's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the run.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to keep it in the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They'll run it from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. And the Rebels will keep this drive going.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Takes the handoff. It's Diggs. Smack! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Setting up for the extra point and the top. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Aller. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll keep it on the ground off right tackle. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. On the ground, it's Allen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. Wide open spaces. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw at Simmons. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
And the Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He wants to change this route. Third down play from the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Finds a tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Setting up the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Allen. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dinkins. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Hudson. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. There's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly.
It's a running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Penn State. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback may change this route. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Catch in the middle. It's Hobbs.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And the Rebels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here's the give off the left side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. There he goes. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Aller. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ross. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Running it to the right. Got enough for the first down. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them. Boom.
Makes a grab for a big play. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. To throw, it's Simmons. The sure hands, it's Lee. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Taylor. Plows through the defense.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Allard. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Finds his man, it's Wallace. Ernie on the Jets. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Dropping back, it's Aller. He's got him. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Hunt is on its way. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They send the tight end in motion. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And the Rebels are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The screen, he can go. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Rebels decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt is on its way. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They keep it on the ground to open the third. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense putting points on the board.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there, get it.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Hold and finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Aller. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Picked off. What a play by this defense. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. And back to the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Wallace. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Touchdown, Rebels! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Allen. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 30, the 20, past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Yeah, Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. It just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
35. Ole Miss, 21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Johnson looking to throw. Here's the pressure. Can't connect on his first throw.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. To the air on 1st down. Going over the top. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
Number 5.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to send the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got a man, it's Dinkins. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but he left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Makes a grab deep. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that?
Offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Aller. Rushes on him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Toss sweep to the right. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
He's got it. Past the 40. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They're setting up the screen. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Penn State 42, Ole Miss 28.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the direct snap, it's Dinkins. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to him again. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Makes the catch. Oh, a lot of space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
And the Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Back to throw, it's Allard. Lets it fly. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed. That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He leaves it with his back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Making side adjustments here. Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes the grab on the big throw. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. From the gun, looking for a man. Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Just keeps slinging it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to pass, it's Aller. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that all the time, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Shows him the stiff arm. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark?
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Allen. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Looking left. He makes the catch. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Leaves it with the back. In the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
Makes the grab. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Quick pass on the fly motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The corners are walked up tight. Quickly to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Came a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Smith. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out.